Hi, my name is Rashuni Balasubramaniam. My ID is GM01073995. So, this assignment 2 I'm gonna present is about Chicago building energy use in benchmarking. So let's go on for the outline of topics: introduction, energy consumption, data analysis, data visualization, and last part, insights and recommendation. So let's move on to introduction. So introduction is I'm gonna talk about a background of a Chicago building energy use benchmarking. So this dataset is a publicly accessible dataset on energy use in smart cities. So it includes characteristics more than 3,000 buildings in Chicago, such as their size, age, energy use, and other pertinent information. So Electric Accenture gathered information from ComED and People Natural Gas. And 88% of buildings had data on their use of electricity and gas in 2010. So the city goals increase energy efficiency and lower greenhouse gas emissions by making this information accessible to the public. That's their main goal about in this city. Next up, we go on for the energy consumption data and analysis. So, building characteristic data, the owners of covered buildings may choose not to be included in their Energy Star Manager profile sub-meter or separately metered energy consumption for their following service and system. So, the building characteristic data on the City of Chicago building energy use their dataset contents of information and physical and operational characteristic of buildings in Chicago. So next up is this includes data on building size, age, use type, construction type, and number of floors and more. Next up, energy data use. So the data set contains information of annual energy consumption by building expressed in kilowatts hours. So the entire cost of the energy that building uses in expressed as an amount of dollars per year, consideration the cost of the building electricity, natural gas, and other fuel sources. So this energy consumption data can be utilized to analyze the energy efficiency sustainable of buildings in Chicago. So the last part is uh, data on emission greenhouse gases. So it's called of GHG. So the dataset also contains of information on the annual greenhouse gas emission connected with each building. These emissions are measured in metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalents. So CO2e, the dataset title of City of Chicago Building Energy Use offers information regarding greenhouse gas (GHG) emissions from the both public and private buildings in city in Chicago. So this data on greenhouse gas emission can be used to evaluate the effect that buildings in Chicago have on the surrounding environment, pinpoint areas that need to be improved, and devise strategy for lowering emissions of greenhouse gases and make sustainability improvements. Next up of data visualization. So this is one of the data that on median greenhouse gases intensity from 2016 and 2010. So as we all see, the carbon emission of per square feet of space decreased by 25% from 2060 to 2020, equivalent to removing 55,000 passengers car of each year. So it is a good thing in Chicago buildings that it is decreased 25% of GHG. So next up is using Energy Star properties to use less energy use. So the Energy Star certification is a nationally recognized by standard for energy performance. So it requires a building to use less energy to be less expensive to operate and cause fewer GHG emissions than their peers. So if your property has score of 75 or higher, consider is getting certificate and revering Energy Star label. So when the people are using Energy Star property, it is going to be a less GHG emission, less energy used. So it's a good thing for the city of Chicago buildings. So next up, insights and recommendation. So from my recommendations, recommendation is about there's a three energy consumption that I took, which is energy consumption data collection, energy consumption data management, energy consumption data visualization. So one of the what is about in energy consumption data collection? It is smart cities should consider installing AI system to the monitor energy consumption in real time and use sensor-based technology to maximize energy efficiency. So it should be a great usable to the city of Chicago's that I thought about. So not only city of Chicago's or anything like anywhere that should be good use AI to everywhere. So next up is energy consumption data management. Smart cities should use machine learning techniques to improve energy consumption data analysis and predict their energy demand. So next up, energy consumption data visualization. Smart cities should invest in strong data management system to ensure that data is security, quality standardized formats and enter into data sharing agreements with stakeholders. So these are my suggestion. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.